What if I told you that 95% of people are playing the money game completely wrong? What if everything you've been taught about money since childhood is only half the equation? Right now, someone making $50,000 a year could end up wealthier than someone making $200,000. Sounds impossible? By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why, and more importantly, how you can be on the winning side of this equation. Listen closely because this might be the most important financial truth you'll ever hear. Your entire education system, your parents, your teachers, they all taught you one thing: how to make money. Go to school, get good grades, find a job, earn a salary. That's it. That's the formula they gave you. But here's what they didn't tell you. Making money is only 20% of the wealth equation. Think about this. If someone earns $5,000 a month but spends $5,500, where does that lead them? Debt, stress, financial slavery. Now imagine someone earning $3,000 a month but only spending $2,000. Who's actually wealthier? Who has more freedom? Who sleeps better at night? But wait, it gets even more interesting. There are 3 levels to financial mastery, and most people never get past level 1. Level 1, how much you earn. This is where 90% of people stop. They think if they just earn more, all their problems will disappear. Wrong. Level 2, how much you save. This is where smart people play. They understand that it's not what you make, it's what you keep. Level 3, how you invest what you save. This is where millionaires are made. This is where money starts working for you instead of you working for money. Let me share something that will blow your mind. A friend of mine had been saving money for years. He was proud. He had about $50,000 sitting in his bank account. When I asked him what kind of returns he was getting, he said, "Oh, about 2% interest from my savings account." I nearly fell off my chair. Do you know what inflation is? It's the silent thief that's robbing you blind while you sleep. Every year, prices go up by about 3 to 7%. That coffee that cost $3 5 years ago, now it's $5. That car that was $20,000, now it's $28,000. So if your money is growing at 2%, but everything else is getting expensive at 6%, what's really happening? You're getting poorer while thinking you're saving money. Here's where things get exciting. What if I told you that just by making one simple change, moving money from a regular savings account to a high-yield investment, you could have millions more in 20 to 30 years? I'm not exaggerating. Let me paint you a picture. Person A saves $500 a month in a regular savings account earning 2% for 30 years. Person B invests the same $500 a month in index funds averaging 8 to 10% returns for 30 years. After 30 years, Person A has about $250,000. Person B has over $750,000 to $1 million. Same amount saved, same discipline. 3 times the wealth, all because of one decision: understanding how to make money work for you. But here's what's crazy. Person B didn't work harder. They didn't sacrifice more. They just understood the game. You want to know the secret of the world's greatest investor? Warren Buffett became one of the richest men on the planet with one simple principle: be fearful when others are greedy, and greedy when others are fearful. Let me translate that for you. When everyone's panicking and selling their investments because the market dropped 20%, what does the smart investor do? They buy. They're getting quality assets at a discount. When everyone's euphoric and throwing money at anything that moves because the market's hitting all-time highs, what does the smart investor do? They pull back. They protect their gains. It's psychological warfare, and most people lose because they follow the crowd. The crowd buys high and sells low. Winners do the opposite. Think about it. When do stores have sales? When nobody's buying. When are prices highest? When everyone wants the same thing. The stock market works exactly the same way. Now let me give you the exact blueprint that can transform your financial future. It's called systematic investing, and it's how ordinary people become millionaires. Here's the system. Step 1, pay yourself first. The moment you get paid, before you pay a single bill, before you buy anything, you take 10 to 20% and you invest it, automatically. No thinking, no deciding. It happens like clockwork. Step 2, dollar cost averaging. You invest the same amount every single month, regardless of what the market's doing. Market up, you invest. Market down, you invest. This way you buy more when prices are low and less when they're high. It's mathematical genius. Step 3. The index fund advantage. You don't need to be a stock-picking genius. Index funds track the entire market. Over any 20-year period in history, the market has always gone up. Always. Wars, recessions, pandemics, doesn't matter. Long-term, it rises. Step 4. The set and forget method. You're not a day trader. You're not checking your phone every 5 minutes. You set up automatic investing and you let compound interest do its magic. Einstein called compound interest the eighth wonder of the world for a reason. Here's what this looks like in real life. A 25-year-old starts investing just $300 a month. Nothing crazy. That's $10 a day, less than many people spend on lunch. By the time they're 55, with average market returns, they're sitting on over $500,000. But if they wait until they're 35 to start, they'd need to invest $650 a month to reach the same amount. Every year you wait costs you hundreds of thousands of dollars. But here's the real secret. None of this works without the right mindset. Most people have a poverty mindset disguised as being careful. They say things like, investing is risky. I don't understand the stock market. I'll start when I have more money. What if I lose everything? Meanwhile, the wealthy have a completely different conversation in their heads. Not investing is risky. I'll learn about investing. I'll start with whatever I have. What if I build everything? You see the difference? One mindset keeps you stuck. The other creates possibilities. Here's the truth nobody wants to admit. The biggest risk isn't losing money in investments. The biggest risk is reaching 65 years old, looking at your bank account, and realizing you can't afford to retire. The biggest risk is being 70 and having to work because you never learned how money works. That's not a risk. That's a guarantee if you don't change your approach. So here's your wake-up call. Here's your moment of decision. You can close this video and go back to the same financial habits that got you where you are. You can keep trading your time for money, hoping that someday you'll earn enough to be free. Or you can make a decision right now that changes everything. Start where you are. Even if it's $50 a month, even if it's $25, the amount doesn't matter as much as the habit. Because once you see that money growing, once you feel the power of compound interest, once you understand that you're building an army of dollars that work for you 24/7, you'll never go back to the old way. The choice is yours. But remember this. In 10 years, you'll either be telling the story of how you transformed your financial life, or you'll be telling the story of why you didn't. 5 years from now, you'll wish you started today. 10 years from now, the gap between those who understood this and those who didn't will be massive. 20 years from now, it's the difference between financial freedom and financial regret. The clock is ticking. The market is open. Your future is waiting. What are you going to do about it? Your wealth isn't determined by how much you make. It's determined by how much you keep, how wisely you invest it, and how long you let it grow. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is right now. Make the decision, take the action, transform your future. The power has always been in your hands.